الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. صدق الله العظيم. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything that we have, that we are, that we went through, and that we're going through, and that we will go through. We find every opportunity we can to get closer to Him, to rekindle our connection with Him, and to get closer to Him, Azza wa Jal. And of course, there's no better time than Ramadan. We've heard this before: Ramadan is coming, let's prepare, let's get in the right mindset, let's see where we are so we can, and see what we can do better than we did last Ramadan, and increase on what we did last Ramadan. Whether it be our prayers, our Quran, our zakah, our tahajjud, our taraweeh, our fasting, our hearts, the quality of our hearts, our love towards others, our taqwa with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all these things that we can work on. But I'm going to use this khutbah inshallah to draw our attention to something that we tend to forget, myself included. And that is Sha'ban, the forgotten month. Because what is Sha'ban known for? Sha'ban is known for being the month before Ramadan. And Ramadan is being known for Ramadan. But what are the virtues of Sha'ban that we're missing out on that we can take advantage of? Because right now I'm just like all of you guys, in that mindset of Ramadan's coming, I have to get ready for fasting, get ready for the taraweeh. So some of us are getting ready for the iftars, for the iftari and the ruh hafza and the biryani and the samosa, the pakora, the batlawa, all that good stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited for that too, and that's not a bad thing. Going to all these different people's houses, having the best kunafa you can have. But we're always looking at Sha'ban in preparation for Ramadan. But what is in Sha'ban that we're missing that we can make the most out of? What is it that we can do? And I'm going to say a few hadith inshallah so we can draw a few lessons from it and see if we can implement them in our lives. Because right now it's the 7th of Sha'ban and we still have time. We have 3 weeks inshallah. So let's maximize the most that we can out of it, myself included. And we can do what we can, inshallah. This first hadith is related by by Aisha radiallahu anha. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يصوم حتى نقول لا يفطر ويفطر حتى نقول لا يصوم فما رأيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم استكمل صيام شهر إلا رمضان. That I used to see the Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم, he used to fast as if he was fasting all the time. And he used to leave the fast as if he's never fasted. And the only time he would fast a full month in its entirety is in Ramadan. وَمَا رَأَيْتُهُ أَكْثَرَ صِيَامًا مِنْهُ فِي شَعْبَانٍ. And I have never seen the Prophet fast more in a month than I have in Sha'ban. And our question comes to our heads: why? Why is it that the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is fasting this much in Sha'ban? And the default response would be to prep for Ramadan, but it's more than that. Usama ibn Zayd inquired that same question. He said, Rasulullah, why is it that you're increasing your fasting in this month, in Sha'ban? Ramadan's coming up. We're going to be fasting 30 days straight, no breaks. Why do you fast the most in Sha'ban? And Rasulullah responded and said, this is a month in which people do not pay attention to. The month between Rajab and Ramadan. It is a month in which the deeds are taken up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I like that my deeds be taken up to Him when I am fasting. So now, our deeds are going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we want it to be in the best state. And there is no better state than a state of fasting. Just like Imam Shibli said in last week's khutbah, as-sawmu li. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the reward, the ajza, the benefit of fasting is with me. It lies with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It lies with Him. That there is no quantity, there is no quantifiable measure to measure the beauty and the reward of fasting. And now our deeds are going to up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that state of fasting. Just like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And now we always hear about these nights. Don't forget Arafah. Don't forget the first 10 nights of Dhul Hijjah. Don't forget the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Don't forget the entire Ramadan. All these nights, all these beautiful, virtuous nights, Laylatul Qadr, we always make sure to prioritize these nights. And subhanAllah, one night I rarely hear about is the middle night of Sha'ban, the 15th. And there's a hadith read by Ali ibn Abi Talib, and he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا كانت ليلة النصف من شعبان فقوموا ليلها وصوموا يومها. That when the middle night of Sha'ban arrives, typically the 15th, which exactly lines up, inshallah, and Shaykh Shabi can correct me if I'm wrong after the khutbah, I believe is the Friday of next week. So 1 week from today is the exact nisf of Sha'ban. The same night that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is talking about. فَصُومُوا يَوْمَهَا فَقُومُوا لَيْلَهَا وَصُومُوا يَوْمَهَا. So stand in the night of prayer. وَصُومُوا يَوْمَهَا, and fast that day. And the question is, what's the reward for that? Why that specific day? What's special about the 15th of Shawwal, the night and day of the 15th of Shawwal? Sha'ban. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ ينزل فيها لغروب الشمس إلى سماء الدنيا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to the lowest heavens. فيقول, and he says, ألا من مستغفر فأغفر له ألا مسترزق فأرزقه ألا مبتل فأعفيه ألا كذا وكذا إلى حتى يطلع الفجر. Is there anybody who seeks my forgiveness? فأغفر له, I will forgive him. Is there anybody مسترزق, that he seeks provisions, he seeks rizq, that he needs something, then I will provide for him, and so on until the time of Fajr. That is the 15th night of Sha'ban. If that's not a virtuous night, I don't know what is. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is coming down to the lowest heavens, honoring us and our complaints and our requests and our cries and our whines. He's saying, if you need anything, I will grant it for you. Whether it's rizq, whether it's maghfirah, anything you need, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will give it to you. That is the 15th night of Sha'ban. One we have overlooked, many that we did not know of. That is a night we don't want to throw away. These are precious nights. Sha'ban yes, we're prepping for Ramadan. But let's also maximize what we can do in Sha'ban. The 15th night, this Friday, next week's Friday, inshallah. Let's all try and do our best to make the intention to fast. And if you can't wake up for tahajjud, wake up 5 minutes before Fajr and just pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Him for anything, big or small. But just be in that relationship to start that ask. Start that relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before Ramadan begins. Get in the habit now. So when it comes, you're at the apex. When Ramadan hits, you're at your high. Start that relationship now. I'm going to reiterate, inshallah, the 15th night of Sha'ban is the night we want to really talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and take advantage of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, ثم alhamdulillah. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari recorded that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إن الله لا يطلع في ليلة النصف من شعبان فيغفر لجميع خلقه إلا لمشرك أو مشاحن. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks down on the night of the middle of Sha'ban and He forgives all His creation except for two people. Inshallah, the second part of my khutbah will be about these two people, the mushrik and the mushahin. The mushrik is the one who associates others with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our protection, for all of us from such a thing, from shirk, big and small. And the second one is mushahin. What is a mushahin? It is someone who has hatred, rancor in his heart for someone else. It is someone who has ill feelings in their heart when they see someone. That's what that mushahin is. And that is a disease of the heart. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sitting with his Sahaba in the masjid, and he looked at them and he said, a man from paradise is about to enter. And a simple man walks in with his shoes, he's dripping wet from the wudu, and he's about to pray. The next day, the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said the same thing. He said, a man is coming, entering, he's a man of paradise. And the next day, the same thing happened 3 times. Anybody who really thinks about this says, if Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says a man is coming and he is a man of paradise, I want to be around him until I figure out why. I want to know what you're doing that I can do that will make me of the same status. So Abdullah ibn Amr al-As had that thought. He went to him and he said, I'm having trouble with my father. I need a place to stay for a few nights. And he said, of course, please, you can stay with me. With the intention to see, what does this man do that I can do that will get me in the same status? Let me see what he does. So the first night, he's observing him. He prays his 5 daily prayers. And he goes to sleep. And he's waiting for him at night, for him to wake up to tahajjud, because it's got to be something special. He doesn't wake up for tahajjud. He does his daily Fajr prayer. He prays his Fajr and goes back to sleep. Same thing happens the next night. And the next night. Just looks like an average Muslim in terms of nothing special. No special action is happening. And this is a man of Jannah, a man of paradise. When Rasulullah ﷺ said he's a man of paradise, he is a man that is guaranteed Jannah. And yet he's not. What is he doing extra? What is it that I can't see that he's doing? Now Abdullah ibn Amr al-As said, I don't really have a quarrel with my father. The Rasulullah ﷺ said that you are a man of paradise, and I wanted to see what you did or what you do that makes you that special reason, that special thing that you do that makes you of that status. And the man thought about it. He said, I don't really do anything special. I don't know what you could be referring to. And then he said, there is one thing. He said, every night before I go to sleep, I make sure I don't have anything against anyone in my heart. That I hold nothing against anyone. And I know that is one of the hardest things you can do as a person. Because when someone wrongs you, and someone hurts you, and someone harms you in any way, to feel no ill feeling towards anyone, that is so difficult to overcome, that the reward for that is paradise. But that's the reward. And that's something me, you, all of us have to work on together, inshallah, to take any feelings of ghayr towards anyone, any kind of hatred, animosity, apathy, anything at all, and go to bed every night saying, I have nothing against anyone in my heart. Because I know if I can do that, I will be of the same status of this man, and I will be rewarded Jannah. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the strength and to give us the life, inshallah, to see Ramadan and to honor it and to be the best Muslim we can be, better than we were before, better than we were yesterday, to make our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as great and as much taqwa as we can, inshallah. As for those who have family troubles, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings you back together. As for those who have parents who are hurting from the disconnect between their children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unites them. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that those who have problems with their parents, they go back to their parents. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that inshallah we observe this 15th night of Sha'ban, that we maximize it, we get the most out of it, inshallah, so to start the beautiful connection and the beautiful rekindling of love and hope with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that it be the start of this beautiful Ramadan. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا إننا سمعنا منادي ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار وأقم الصلاة.